To this day, January 2020, when I'm recording this review right now, I have never received a dislike on any of my videos I've created, and that could all change today. So Bombshell stars Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie, and Charlize Theron, and they're playing these three women who work at Fox News and their experiences when they are sexually harassed or assaulted by Roger Ailes, who ran Fox News. Now, there are a lot of things behind this movie. First, I just want to talk about my thoughts on the movie itself, just what the story was and how they executed it, what their kind of main themes were and the acting, all the technical things. And then after that, I'll talk a little bit about my thoughts on just the whole situation in general. So to start off with the things that I enjoyed about this movie, I think that the casting of Charlize Theron as Megyn Kelly, she actually played that role really well, and she kind of just like fit into it. She had like the voice that, Megyn Kelly has. It's a little bit of a deeper voice for a woman, and I thought she nailed that. She kind of got her mannerisms correct. I liked that part of the movie. I thought that she did a good job with that. And then I also do like Nicole Kidman's performance as well. She was this woman who kind of is on her way out of Fox News at the moment, and she's also kind of defensive at times, and you see a lot of times where she is kind of dealing with lawyers and just kind of having some, spitfire moments. Not like big breakout moments, but, little times where she just gets a little bit fired up. So I liked her performance as well. And then Margot Robbie, she kind of plays the newcomer, the new person on the block at Fox News. And I thought that she did a pretty good job too. Not like my favorite Margot Robbie performance, I would say, but I thought she did a pretty good job. And all the supporting performances weren't really anything special, I didn't think. The story just by itself, kind of how it ties in all these side characters, and even our three main characters, I thought was rather generic. I didn't think that it was anything particularly special. Like, I probably won't even suggest to a lot of people, or even to you watching this video, to go see this movie. It's exactly what you would think it would be. If you've seen the trailer, you've pretty much seen the movie. There isn't a lot that happens. You kind of see, as the movie goes on, you see kind of things getting amped up, and you see a little bit more of Roger Ailes doing like bad things, and that kind of gets you a little bit more frustrated and angry. But really, this movie has a very specific audience that it's going for, and I just think that that's kind of stupid. I know that every movie has its own target audience, but this movie was just so focused on one target audience that I just felt like this isn't something that needs to be that way. Like, guys, girls, left, right, everyone can get behind the idea that it's wrong to sexually harass a woman, and they just kind of played it out as just very politicized, and it didn't seem like they actually used the story to achieve what I think that they should have achieved, where like we're trying to say sexual harassment is bad. It's like sexual harassment is bad, and this group of people are the perpetrators. I'm just like, that's not how it is. I'll get more into my thoughts on the broader problems with this movie, but I do want to stick to more specific things just for now. And specifically, like I said, the story in this movie was just lacking. There are just so many like cliched situations where it's like, it just seemed like this movie was just one big like sexual harassment training video. Like, you're at work and you have to go through the training and watch like this many hours and like pass the sexual harassment training. So that's what this movie kind of felt like. And I know that this did happen in real life, obviously, and it does happen. And I'm not trying to belittle it. I'm just saying how this movie is captured, it just feels just so sloppily put together. It doesn't really feel like it was done with any craft. Kind of the pace is just really weird. You're just always bouncing around from place to place. I feel like you don't spend more than like 2 minutes in a scene at a time. Generally, they're just going around bouncing from these three people all around each other. And then also, they portray pretty much every dude in the movie as just kind of being an asshole. There wasn't a single guy in this movie besides Megyn Kelly's husband at times. He can be a little beta male at times, a little soy boy, but none of these guys are like really good, or they don't really seem like good people. It just doesn't come off as a believable story when it's just like so black and white like that. You're just like very heavy-handed with how you're trying to portray people in your movie and how you really want to make this like a girl power movie. And I totally understand sexual harassment is something that's It can happen to anyone, but it's generally more focused on females. And you're trying to kind of concoct this movie that's, like I said, pointed at a specific audience. But I just thought, as a movie, it doesn't make for an effective message for something that we can really all get behind. So those are basically my thoughts on generally just the whole of the movie. Nothing really jumped out to me as like particularly special. So I would like to move into a little bit more broad discussion of this movie. So to start things off, the first time that I saw a commercial for this movie, I think I was, in the theaters going to see something else, and this commercial popped up, and it was like, oh, these three women are getting on an elevator, just like really awkward, suspenseful music. They're all like shooting like death glares at each other. And they're, three white women with blonde hair. You could kind of tell that they nailed the aesthetic for like a Fox News anchor, which I thought was pretty good. They captured that well, but you could just tell that they're just trying to like stir the pot and going for this like Me Too message, like feminist message, and also making a story about Fox News. It's like, you had Harvey Weinstein in Hollywood underneath your whole nose this whole time, and I'm sure there are a ton more people. It just seems very odd that you would go after Fox News first. I wonder why they would do that. Is there any reason why? Is there any reason why Hollywood would make their Me Too movie firstly about Fox News for any reason? I have no idea. Why would that be? It's obvious. They are so politically like driven in this story. It just tells you everything you need to know about them. I don't really dislike, Margot Robbie, Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman. I like these three actresses. I think that they're very talented. I like a lot of the movies that they do. But, just this movie in general is so specific on, one, who it's supposed to be, aimed at, the audience that it's going for. And who are they creating as the villains? Roger Ailes, that dude is an asshole. He's gonna, burn in hell. I don't know. Some rough things are gonna happen to Roger Ailes. His life is over. He's this old man who just did some terrible things, and trust me, he will get what's coming to him eventually. But it's just so painful how biased they are in their subject matter that it was just like so cringy watching it all. It's just worthless. Like, your movie just like, it captures something, but it disregards everything around it. It is just really focused on this one specific instance where you can paint these people the way that you want and these people the way that they want, and it's just incredibly biased. Another hilarious part of this movie is that they tried to get like a Bill O'Reilly scene in there for a second. He got busted as well, and I think that's a good thing, but they got Bill O'Reilly and they like superimposed like his face is like Photoshop, like his mouth was like moving open where the guy was talking. It looked so bad. It looked like when you're doing a face swap on Snapchat. That's what it looked like. It just stood up like so horribly. Like, that's the best you could do to get Bill O'Reilly in your movie. You couldn't just like cast someone and just talk like him, or anything like that. Even do good CGI. I don't know. I think that looks weird anyways. But they like tried to put like this still picture face of Bill O'Reilly on this actor saying some, crap that they thought like would make him look really misogynistic. I was just like, you guys, you're just throwing away your craft in search of just like your own political agenda. It's hilarious. I thought that this movie was kind of like laughable when I was watching it. Obviously not the part where women are being abused. I'm not saying that. I'm just, in the politics of it all, it was hilarious. Unfortunately, this movie takes something that's pretty serious and just kind of politicizes it, is very particular in exactly which story that they want to tell. They're not going to be making a movie about Harvey Weinstein. Bombshell is propaganda.
Nein, 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 nein! Was alles soll ich von diesen Jugendschweinen noch ertragen?
Thank you for stopping by and watching my review of Bombshell. Sorry it got a little bit into the politics, all that stuff. It's just what the movie is about, so we'll talk a little bit about that when the opportunity presents itself. But otherwise, please come back, watch more of my reviews. I'll be releasing a lot more soon. Follow me on Instagram at Jared Gilster. Hit the notification bell. Hit the like button. I would like that a lot. And subscribe. You'll be able to see all of my content when it's released. And I'll see you guys next time.